think we do a jingle.
I think we do.
At the beginning.
You know how we cut
that. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to Pick Up His Call. We've brought Adalee back again. I think she's just like an official member now.
Yeah, maybe.
Our stamped our approval.
Yep. But we're gonna start today's podcast off by asking, who is your celebrity crush? Naybi, do you want to start?
Spirit going.
Well, this crush of mine began when I was probably in the 3rd grade, and his name is Joe Jonas.
Oh, Joe Jonas.
Yes, I love him.
Damn.
Oh, and one of our friends brought me to his concert, and I will forever
be grateful
in my heart.
to her.
Yeah.
My celebrity crush, it's like a certain character.
Oh.
Look. It's Bob from the new Top Gun. Like the nerdy one with the glasses.
Yes.
Because I hate the actor, how he looks. That's a strong word. I don't like how the actor looks. But like as Bob,
She likes him.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay, I like that. How specific.
Wait, so we have ugly cute crushes? Because me too.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Well, my celebrity crush is young Tom Cruise. Not old Tom Cruise, but definitely young Tom Cruise.
They're on Top Gun.
Wait.
No, I'm not talking about yours, but us.
Yeah. Okay, guys, put us in the next movie, please.
Please, because we would do so well.
Okay, Reese, what's yours?
Mine's Glenn Powell. And I feel like he's hot and he's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah.
I feel like Tom Cruise can be ugly too. I mean,
No,
He can be.
I've never seen him.
Okay.
I don't know if I could. Just because it's like too related.
Yeah.
I think that he looks like my younger brother, which is weird because he's like 12 years old. But I think that Tom Cruise looks like that. But
Today,
sorry.
you're good. We are focusing on Nephi from the Book of Mormon. And just a little background on him. We're going to focus on the big parts because there's a lot in his story. But Nephi was born of goodly parents. He had 3 brothers, and they were all told by God to leave Jerusalem and just live in the forest, and that brought a lot of trials and hardships for them. And it tested a lot of their faith. And we're taught about Laman and Lemuel and their opposition against God. And just to kind of start off the podcast, how can we learn from Nephi's faith and have trust in the Lord no matter what?
Can I begin?
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite thing, and probably the only thing that I will ever, not the only thing I'll ever learn from Nephi, but I think one of the most impactful things is when Nephi is about to go and obtain the plants from Laban. He said that he was led by the Spirit, not knowing beforehand the things which he should do. That's in 1 Nephi 4, verse 6. And I think that was super impactful to me when I read that many years ago when I was first reading the Book of Mormon, and now, because I feel like we're all in stages of life, no matter your circumstances, where God is not going to tell you every little piece of what you're going to be doing, but you should just be moving in faith. And I feel like he portrays that so well, because throughout the story of Nephi, he's told piece by piece what he should be doing, and that ultimately grows his faith stronger and stronger, and a better relationship with God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, adding on to that, this was also when he was getting the plates from Laban, but he, in 1 Nephi chapter 4, verses 1 and 2, he's like talking to his brothers, and they're like, are we seriously going to do this? Like, Laban's pretty scary. And he was like, God is mightier than the earth, and then why not mightier than Laban in his 50? So I think he just really knew who God was, and he had a strong testimony in what God has done, and he was like, let's be strong like Moses. So he like reflected on people that he knew, and like from the scriptures and stuff, and he like used his own experiences just to like believe and trust God, and I think that's really cool.
My favorite thing about Nephi is he knew the importance of the power of prayer. And like the difference between him and his brothers is that Nephi prayed after everything, and he sought God after everything. And it's in 1 Nephi chapter 2, verse 16. It's saying, And it came to pass that I, Nephi, being exceedingly young, nevertheless being large in stature, and also having great desires to know the mysteries of God, wherefore I did cry unto the Lord, and behold, he did visit me, and did soften my heart, and I did believe all the words which had been spoken by my father. Wherefore I did not rebel against him like unto my brothers. I just thought that explains Nephi so well.
I absolutely adore what you're saying because, like, what you said was prayer separated Nephi from Laman and Lemuel.
Yeah.
I think that Laman and Lemuel, like, as I've been studying the beginnings, I think that they have followed their fathers pretty well. Like, I feel like they don't get nearly as much credit as they deserve because
Like, they still left.
They still left.
Jerusalem.
They still, like, I think it was Laman that went up to Laban first. And he was able to follow his father's words.
Right.
And, like, I feel like some credit needs to be deserved, but he didn't pray.
Yeah.
And in that verse, in verse 16, the one word that I really want to emphasize is desire.
Yes.
I think
Like
that
huge.
I think that Nephi was able to show us the desire that he had for God.
The desire to be like him and the desire to have a friendship with him.
And I think that desire stemmed from his father. Like, his father had received this revelation to go leave Jerusalem, and he was like, I want to be able to receive those things, so I'm going to pray so that I can know for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's like almost the difference between Laban and Lemuel and Nephi is that Nephi was like, I want to know for myself, so I'm going to pray and I'm going to like ask God and stuff. Whereas I don't know that Laban and Lemuel did that. So
I know we kind of like put our own personal like beliefs into it, but into the stories. But I also want to like emphasize on how Laman and Lemuel began to hate Nephi, and it's because Nephi had that connection with the Lord that they didn't, and it's later on. I don't know. It's a little farther. Sorry, I haven't marked. Anyways, the gist, it's in Nephi. If you need to read it, it's about, he's talking to his brothers, and his brothers are like, I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand why our father is bringing us out here. And then Nephi's like, have you inquired of the Lord? And he's like, they're like, no. And it's like, that is the problem. It's just the problem.
Well, and I kind of relate to them on that matter because the other night I was like, what made Nephi so special to be able to receive such help and revelation from God? Like, I was like, why is Nephi getting all this help and I'm not? Like, I felt kind of angry on that matter. So I 100% relate to Laman and Lemuel. And I think I think where we see Nephi succeed and how we can succeed as missionaries is inquiring the Lord in our day-to-day life.
I have a thought on that.
Please.
At the very, very beginning of 1 Nephi, literally as part of his identity, he says that he's highly favored of the Lord. And if we put our identity in the sense that even God loves us, despite our challenges, despite our shortcomings, and despite our lack of knowledge, I think that we gain power with that identity and knowing who we truly are as people and our divine lineage. And I feel like Laman and Lemuel were almost like had a barrier where they couldn't see where they truly came from in the sense of like the divineness of their pre-mortal life. And so to see Nephi almost characterize that into like just every move that he made, I think just brought a better sense of peace and better sense of direction than compared to his other brothers.
Yeah. Because their circumstances were the same, I feel like.
Yeah, and the difference was that Laman and Lemuel could only see what was in front of them. They couldn't see the whole picture. They couldn't trust God to know the whole picture.
They didn't. I think one other thing. I want you to talk.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think one other thing that. Sorry. One other thing that stands out to me is it kind of goes back to our Moses discussion where I don't think Laman and Lemuel feared God. They feared people. They feared man. That's why they were so hesitant and so reluctant to go to Jerusalem. They did still follow their father.
But their hearts were still there.
Yeah, and I think it was just empty faith.
Like Lot's wife.
But yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Let me think. No, just kidding. I don't have the exact scriptures reference, so if anyone has it, say it. But there is at one point when they are in the wilderness and
They're hungry.
Maybe.
Oh, is it when he broke his bow?
No.
Sorry, I got excited. I
We
like
can
that
talk
part.
about that part too. That's a good one. But they're like, it's like it shows Laman and Lemuel's perspective and then Nephi's perspective on the same thing. And like Laman and Lemuel's are just like, we're hungry. So yeah, we're hungry and like our wives are pregnant and like it's like hard. Like there's so much like it's like they're just so bitter about everything. And then Nephi brings up the exact same points, and he's like, it's so great, like, we're having children in the wilderness, like, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, perspective is a huge thing on life, like, the way you see things and
I
stuff.
100% agree. That's why President Nelson told us to focus on Christ.
Oh, for sure,
Thanks,
yeah.
Marshall dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the circumstances don't matter, like, your focus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What, I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
the
that's
exact
focus
quote,
of
but
their lives. Yeah.
yeah.
Happiness in their lives has little to do with the service of their lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives.
There we
Okay.
go.
Guys,
Love you, President
I'm not
Nelson.
editing this episode.
I will do it. Think. So it's late in the later chapters when Nephi's building his boat, and his brothers are like mocking him. He's like, Psh, "This guy's as silly as our father when we were leaving Jerusalem." And then they asked him, "Why are you doing this? We don't understand." And then Nephi tells them why, because they weren't going to inquire of the Lord. So he was like, "I'll just tell them." And then in the next chapter, they're like, "Thou hast declared unto us hard things, more than we are able to bear." And it's like, the truth hurts Laman and Lemuel. And because they have never required of the Lord, they don't know that because they feel guilty, because they feel ashamed, that it's actually drawing them near to Christ. Like, it's supposed to, like, make you, instead of, this is hard to explain. Instead of, like, being so ashamed, like, you don't want to see God, it's supposed to be like, oh, I need God. You know what I mean? To help me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that made sense, but...
I kind of want to go back to what we were saying in the beginning, because both of you guys brought up Laban and trying to get the plates from him. And one thing that I want to kind of hit on is Nephi was literally commanded to kill Laban.
Mm-hmm.
Go against God's commandment by God to kill Laban.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I could do that because I feel like there's so much uncertainty on whether or not things come from the Spirit, like things come from God or from my own head. And so how do you guys think that he was able to kind of like decipher that? Do we think it was a direct voice from God, or like, I don't know.
I think he had like previous experiences where he had acted on promptings, maybe, or like known. Yeah. So I think no, go ahead. I was just gonna restate.
I was just thinking, the Lord needs people He can trust, and I think Nephi showed that that the Lord can trust him because he sought Him out first, and he. I don't know.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Can you look up the definition of constrained?
Mm-hmm.
In 1 Nephi 4 verse 10, it says that when he saw that Laban was drunken, he almost recognized that the Lord had brought him into his hands, and he said that the Spirit, he was constrained by the Spirit to kill Laban.
Appearing forced or overly controlled.
I do think that God doesn't take away our agency, but I do think that the Spirit can very much lead us down a very specific path.
Sorry. No, I just read this one, and this one I think fits
like it
better. It's just constrained, and it just says compelled or forced to follow a particular course of action, so I think he was compelled.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Better.
I really like that much
I
better.
want to add on to what you were saying because, like, yes, God will never, ever take away one's agency. And we see that through Laban. Like, we literally see that Lehi's sons did everything that was asked of them by God, but Laban still didn't give them the records. They followed God's plan, and it didn't fulfill.
And Laban chose to not follow God's plan.
Exactly.
So, don't get in his way.
Well, and I think it shows, like, yeah, God's plan is going to be fulfilled no matter what.
Right.
And we see that throughout all of Nephi's story. Yeah.
Well, and I think if we come to the conclusion where you're between like two types of pathways in life, period, the Lord won't lead you down a path that isn't supposed to be for you until it's the right time. I think He will make it very clear when you need to be, when you're down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that God's will prevails over literally everything. And so it doesn't exactly matter what you choose because the Lord will still guide you
Right.
no matter
And
what.
if you choose the wrong path, the Lord's not going to just disappear on you.
No,
he's going to be
He's
there
not.
waiting, and He's going to send people to help you. He's going to send things to help you, but we have to be able to choose them.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe that path is actually exactly what you needed, even though you didn't know that you
Yeah,
needed it.
because I actually was thinking about it today. I was like, I think we become the strongest when we are the most broken. And it's like with muscles and with bones.
Yeah.
We grow back stronger,
God did
I
that
like
for a
that.
reason.
right?
True. And being highly favored of the Lord does not mean that you're exempt from every trial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It actually makes it
Harder.
so at least, well, I think that no matter what, like you're going to have trials, but at least you have someone to lean on.
I think, honestly, I think the trials with God are harder, but we can overcome them because we have God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or even it's just beautiful because like it is like we as humans are strong, so it is cool that we can overcome trials like on our own, but it's just amazing that we don't have to because of the atonement and stuff, like we can rely on Jesus Christ and stuff and He can help us. So like not necessarily that you need Him, but just like you don't have to go through it alone, and like He will help you.
Right.
I don't know. And
Almost
He'll help you grow
compelled.
from it and stuff.
Yes.
Compelled to
Yeah,
be near
compelled
Him.
to be near
And you can, I think it shows how you can find the beauty in being broken.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to mention is sometimes it's hard to know how to find God. And I
Mm.
think that Nephi was a great example of showing how we find God. It's through the scriptures.
Mhm.
Scriptures.
He emphasized so strongly the importance of scriptures, and so did Lehi. But I think that is going to be, I mean, that's what we're doing when we're trying to fulfill the mission purpose. It's trying to apply the scriptures to our lives and share the doctrine with everyone.
Mhm. I love His love for the scriptures. It made
Mhm.
me love the scriptures more.
Right.
The determination and their sacrifice in order to obtain just what everyone else considered just like a silly history.
Mhm.
And it's not a silly history. It's something that we can learn from, and we can grow like our testimony through reading it.
Mhm. Exactly. Because these are real
Sure.
people who experienced real
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And if it can happen to them, it can happen to us.
True. There's no limit to God's ability.
Yeah.
He's the same today, tomorrow, and forever.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Are we calling it, or is there any last thoughts?
I think that was great.
I feel good.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys
Bye.
next
Yes,
week.
see
Goodbye.
I love you.